Hello, all my books are in storage, so um, I'm going to just do this video when we're talking about certain issues. Hold on 1 minute. There we go. A little bit more light. And I don't know when I'll be out of storage, so this may be the way videos are. I keep all this in to give you more a live kind of feel or effect. Um, Today, first I'm going to say Happy Mother's Day for all those people who need it, who need to celebrate, who need something to feel good about. It's hard times out there, and I get it. So I'm going to say that on the top. And then I'm going to go into people who are born mistakes. And um, I'm going to just use me as an example, like I do a lot of times, because you don't want to insult people. You don't want to insult people's parents. I was born a mistake. And I blame for that my father, who was reckless, and my mother was the other woman, so that's reckless, and then no protection, reckless. So reckless times two. My father was. I never knew him. Um, I guess I could name names. Joe Evans. That's what they say his name was. So if Joe Evans from Queens. So if anybody sees this and you're related to him, because I think I have brothers and a sister, or half brothers and a half sister. So that was my father. I don't know if my brothers and sister are still alive, but that's it. So reckless times two. Then my mother compounded the recklessness by carrying me to term. And so here we are. And people who are born mistakes, we really kind of, I say that because it's a difficult thing. Because when you're born a mistake and nobody's prepared for you, you're coming in under duress. Then when you're black and you coming into a community, and I came in 1971, I was born. So I was coming into the time when the government was destroying the Black Panthers, the last piece of community we had. So I'm being born into that kind of war. Black men, public enemy number one, the black organization giving us some sense of community, being destroyed. So that's that. Now, when you come in, life is going to be a struggle. Now, for all of us, life is a struggle. We all know that. But it's just wall after wall after wall after wall. And I like to say, for me, especially the last few years, life has been like, mentally, it's been like being dragged across broken glass slowly, just because the society and the way it functions and the way people are responding to it, particularly black people are responding by just not doing anything. So, and I know what people are going to say. They're going to say, well, there are no mistakes. God doesn't make mistakes. I heard all of those things. Those are things that black people say so they don't have to deal with real issues and problems. Because even if God doesn't make mistakes, people do. And I just told you, my father was reckless times two, and my mother compounded the recklessness. So you have a choice when you're a born mistake. You can either be reckless. I mean, why not? People were reckless who made you. You can be reckless and harm other people and make the world as feel as much pain as you do. Some of us do that. I think human beings are much too fascinating to harm. I'm fascinated by human beings, other human beings, and I'm fascinated by how brilliant we can be and how pathological we can be. So it all fascinates me. So I would never harm anybody. So those of us who are not going to be reckless and compound the recklessness of our parents, what we try to do is do our best to make some kind of contribution before we go. We try not to compound. That's why I don't have any children. I couldn't do it. I couldn't look my black child in the face and say, "You're brilliant, but you can't go because your community is not interested in it, and the outside community doesn't think you're a full human being." I'm not strong enough for that. Now, I'm not ashamed to admit it, and I just couldn't do it. But I have nephews, I have nieces, and I try my best. There's young people around. I try my best, although I think the way I think is so far outside of anything that it doesn't really help them any. But I try, and I try to produce content on these things so that maybe when they become older, they can see what I was saying. Maybe it'll click better. So I try to leave something behind. And that's really all you can do when you're a born mistake. You do your best. Or, like I said, you can be reckless and go destroy the world. Both things are justified because you were produced in a reckless way. Although, I just think it's better to try to leave something behind. But again, I get it when you have born mistakes making the world pay. Because even when we're born mistakes, the world and society could say, hey, those people were born mistakes. Let's bring them in and let's support them. But that doesn't happen. They shit on us more. So, I mean, it's a rough thing. And so I just wanted to make that video. Want to talk about that. That was on my mind. I'm not going to go 10 minutes. I try to keep these videos somewhere around 5 to 7 minutes. So, again, happy Mother's Day to everybody who needs that, who deserves it, who needs to feel good about something. Happy Mother's Day. Until next time, take care of your mind, take care of your body, and be safe.